As we start the tomato season each year, I'm very conscious of the fact that we are joined by many more who might be growing them for the very first time under glass. And so first of all, start off with some real cracking good plants. But let's get back to basics, because I'll run through the system that we use here. We use basically grow bags or augmented grow bags, or we use grow bag compost for filling pots and other containers. In other words, all the plants are being grown in the same medium, which helps when you start to look at differences and so on. So going back to basics, grow bag. My problem with them is that over the season they get flatter and flatter and flatter because of the shape of them. And you've seen us try different things over the years, but basically when you buy them, actually warm them up in the greenhouse before you plant and give them a real banging about before you open them up, like you were doing a bolster. And then 3 plants to the bag. But I don't quite like that. So the first move you might consider is to use one of these, a ring on the top of the bag. Now you'll see that it's perforated there. So you cut a hole in the bag and you plonk this down inside. It's filled with soil, and you notice the holes around the side here. That's for irrigation purposes. And there you have it in position with the plants there. And the important thing is that you've doubled the depth of soil, because it's all about the drainage of moisture through the compost as the season progresses. Basically, grow bag, it gets very flattened and it gets very compacted, and plant roots die. So you've got to get them off to a good start and give them a bit more space. And here you have the young plant taken out of the pot into compost, and you, as I say, you've added about 15 centimetres of extra compost. And when we're talking about the compost, it's expensive stuff. And what we discovered was that from 1 grow bag worth of compost, you can fill 3.5 of these big pots. And that is a far better way of growing, in my estimation. So we've got the examples of a gradation here like that across, with a variety of varieties as well, if you'll pardon the pun. Over the other side, we've got 2 automatic systems. That's the one I use at home, fed from a reservoir, the green tank there, through the micro hoses. Then this new one came in a couple of years ago, and you can see one set up ready to go. There is the tray itself, which is a reservoir. There is spiky bits there with that capillary matting strips, so when you plonk the bag down on top, cuts through, and they can draw the moisture up from underneath. So all things being equal, these systems are less troublesome, especially if you're inclined to go away for a weekend. Your plants will be well looked after. As far as varieties are concerned, the normal variety, I say, the normal tomato variety that you would buy, we call it a bilocular, it's two bits. Shirley is the standard variety I've used for a lot of years, so we use others to compare with Shirley. One of the new ones that we discovered a couple of years ago is Rosella, which is a smaller variety, doesn't look very good. I like that because people are not inclined to nick it. But when you put it in your mouth, it explodes with flavour. So we've got others to compare with Rosella. So the starting pistol has gone, it's ready to go. And from time to time through the season, we'll check on progress.